Why? Because Juan Laporta was really furious with Xavi Hernandez. Spent months to discuss with Xavi, to work around Xavi, and to rebuild the relationship with Xavi Hernandez to keep him at the club. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, we have important things to say. Barcelona, Xavi Hernandez, a bomb for the club, but also who could replace Xavi in case he gets fired? What's going on at Juventus? And also Thomas Tuchel. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, it's an incredible story, the one around Barcelona in the last 24 hours. Something really strange already happened yesterday when the president, Juan Laporta, and the director, Deco, didn't travel with the team to attend to the game between Almeria and Barca. Something really strange, because Laporta is always there, Laporta is always with the team, Laporta is always traveling, Laporta is always involved, and he wasn't with the team. Why? Because Juan Laporta was really furious with Xavi Hernandez. Why? What's going on at the club? We know that Xavi Hernandez back months ago decided to go public and say that he wanted to leave the club, to leave Barcelona, to change at the end of the season was the best solution for the club. So really strong statement. Then the president, Juan Laporta, of course together with the board, but especially the president, Juan Laporta, spent months to discuss with Xavi, to work around Xavi, and to rebuild the relationship with Xavi Hernandez to keep him at the club. But what happened is that at the end, Xavi also decided to accept and come in Barcelona way, and so to stay as Barca manager. It was not even 3 weeks ago when all the people at Barcelona, Juan Laporta, the directors, the board, the manager, Xavi himself, all the people were there together to announce that Xavi was going to stay as Barca manager. The project, the summer signings, everything was agreed between Laporta, Xavi, even with the public press conference. So Barcelona announced the continuity of Xavi Hernandez, also with a very good reaction from the dressing room, from the players. But then what happens? Now Xavi Hernandez is again at serious risk and could really be fired by Barcelona. They could really part ways, because what's going on is that the president, Juan Laporta, is really furious with Xavi Hernandez. He's not happy for several reasons, but two reasons above all. The first one is that Juan Laporta was not expecting Xavi to go public in a press conference, the one before the game against Almeria, and say that it's really difficult to do important things at Barcelona in this moment because of the financial situation of the club. So Xavi was really honest in that moment, really clear in the press conference, but Juan Laporta was not expecting Xavi to go there and say that. He was always expecting Xavi to back the club, support the club, to keep things private rather than going public and going that strong about the financial situation of the club. So Juan Laporta was not happy with that statement. He really wanted, since they decided to continue together, Xavi to speak in a positive way for the club, for the players, all together to create a positive environment for next season. Expected to be a difficult season, especially with Real Madrid on the other side in Spain, signing Kylian Mbappé and building an incredible squad. So they wanted to create something positive around the club. And that statement of Xavi Hernandez before the game was not appreciated by Joan Laporta. Really tense situation was already there about some specific cases too. For example, another thing Laporta and other people at the club, not just Laporta, didn't appreciate is that Xavi Hernandez said that the original plan was to bring in Vitor Roque in the summer, that he wanted Vitor Roque to join in the summer and not in January. People at the club feel, and especially Laporta, that Xavi Hernandez in reality in November, in December, wanted Vitor Roque to join the club in January and not in the summer. So Xavi wanted to anticipate the deal, but now with the Vitor Roque case exploding in a very strong way, in that moment, the message of the manager was, I didn't want the player to join in January. I wanted the player to join in the summer. So Barca were not happy with Xavi's stance on Vitor Roque. Barca were not happy at all also with his statement on the financial situation. They feel that Xavi has gone public with something not appreciated at all at the club. And also the management of Vitor Roque with public statements and in terms of game time and how they're handling the situation with this talent that Barcelona trust, because they invested 31 million euros guaranteed plus more than 30 in potential add-ons for Vitor Roque, is something that they can't accept. So it's a really tense situation between Barca and Xavi, people at the club, the president Joan Laporta, really complicated. So let me say that there is a chance, yes, for Xavi and Barca to part ways. Let's see how it's going to develop in the next hours, but it's a really tense situation between Laporta and Xavi. So there are chances to part ways. Remember the names we had before this storm, this crazy situation. Rafa Marquez remains a candidate for Barcelona job in case they part ways with Xavi, because Rafa Marquez was the big favorite before all this story. Really appreciated by people at the club, including Deco, and also important to say that Hansi Flick could be still a candidate, because Hansi Flick has always been waiting for Barcelona as a possibility. He was really attracted by the job, so let's see what they're gonna do at the club with Rafa Marquez and Hansi Flick. But the first step has to be clarify what they want to do with Xavi Hernandez. An incredible situation at Barcelona. Meanwhile, at Juventus, they will fire Massimiliano Allegri. So Allegri will be available on the manager's market. The only decision being made is if they fire Massimiliano Allegri immediately after some crazy case happened with journalists after winning the domestic cup, Coppa Italia against Atalanta. Allegri had a fight with a verbal fight with a journalist, and so even after that case, Juventus could be tempted by firing Massimiliano Allegri immediately. But in any case, Allegri will not be Juventus manager next season, and Juventus want Thiago Motta. Juventus are in advanced talks with Thiago Motta. They presented him a contract proposal, 3-year deal. This is the proposal from Juventus to Thiago Motta. He did an incredible job at Bologna, bringing them to Champions League football, something really incredible. So congratulations to Thiago Motta. Juventus offered him a 3-year deal. Now Thiago has to decide whether he wants to continue at Bologna and play Champions League football there, or if he wants to move on and join Juventus with this big opportunity. So it's up to Thiago Motta, but he's the man Juventus want to replace Massimiliano Allegri. And then Thomas Tuchel, guys. Thomas Tuchel goes public and confirms that he had negotiations and talks. Tuchel himself, his agent, with Bayern. As I told you yesterday, Tuchel wanted power for the summer transfer window to decide together on some specific positions to cover, players to bring in, players to sell. Second crucial point, he wanted the full support of the supervisory board, including Rummenigge and including Uliones, not having any internal problem, internal fights. So not just the directors, but also people from the board. He really wanted that. And then he also wanted a contract extension. So 3 crucial factors, but Tuchel goes public today and says, yes, we negotiated, yes, we had talks, but we can't reach an agreement. So Tuchel is leaving Bayern with immediate effect. And from what I'm hearing, Tuchel is open to working again immediately this summer. So in case there will be an opportunity in Premier League, we know that could be the case for him to go back to England. He's really open to that. But in general, Thomas Tuchel is open to working again already this season. It's something really important to say, because for the upcoming season, Tuchel wants to be again at work. Let's see if he will find the right opportunity. But crazy situations around managers in Europe. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on this crazy Barcelona situation. What do you expect to happen? But also Max Allegri, Thiago Motta, and the situation of Thomas Tuchel, who is the coach now for Bayern. Let me know your opinion here in the comments. Like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fabrizio. Ciao.